bring us sugar and tea and rum. Oh, when the weathermen come to make me want to go.
Wow,
Hey.
Baby Yoda.
You're such a good dancer, the child.
Thank you so much. Hashtag dancer first. Studied at the Ballet Academy for many years on, I'm a Jedi. I'm from that
Dagobah.
planet,
Didn't he live in Dagobah?
Yes.
But where is he from? Because Dagobah was the swamp planet where he ran away to. Welcome to our Star Wars show.
I'm really good friends with Jar Jar Binks. That
That's
part where
all our
you
Star Wars
underwater, like that's where I live. I have a condo there. It's kind of like a gated community. It's really great. I love it. It's been really great,
Beautiful
especially
this
during
time of
the
year.
pandemic. It's been, very lots of self-isolation there.
Yeah, it's real good. That's real good. Well, we're proud of you, Baby Yoda. Baby
Thank
Yoda, have you seen Chloe anywhere? We were wondering where she was at.
BRB, let me check down here.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god!
What? Seamless.
Whoa!
This is the high quality people come to see.
It is the content that people do come to see. Welcome back, everyone, to the show Must Go Off.
The air.
A show that we hate doing.
We hate it. And we bring other people who hate it too.
Yeah, we don't want to do it anymore. But if we have to do it, I guess we should bring people that we enjoy talking to on. So welcome to the show, Brandon.
Brandon Minnick.
Hi, Brandon.
Welcome to the stage, Brandon Minnick.
So angry I have to be here.
Yeah, that's
terrible.
Good. That's right. That's good. Yes, anding.
Getting this time back. Once TJ is employed, I don't have to do this show anymore. But actually, Brandon, people know you on this show because you are part of the PJ origin story. So, PJ, where does Brandon fit into the PJ origin story?
Brandon is my best friend in the whole world. We've known each other since we were 2.5 years old. This is all a lie. Hold on. Brandon is a true story. The reason I even started considering tech at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, he said you should try it, and I was actually resistant at first. I always convinced myself that I wasn't good at anything like that. Like I had a poem brain, and coding and tech that requires a math brain, and I just didn't have it. And Brandon told me, what if you gave it a shot? You seem like you'd be really good at it. And I laughed, and then the next morning I texted him. I was like, let's give it a shot.
It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, but seriously, like, you can do this.
I'm so glad that you did, Brandon, because PJ has been the recipient of like a majority of my memes during quarantine. And we're actually just messaging about this in our group chat. Thank goodness that PJ learned how to code this year, because now you get to be in on all these like fun, interesting tidbits about like politics and like things where technology, like I feel like, so for those of you from last time we met, is this our first show of January?
This is the first show of 2021. It is.
Welcome to the
Happy
new
New
year.
You guys made it.
2020, but again.
For historians watching this back hundreds of years later, a coup occurred, and
it did happen.
My mental health. Oh, sorry, I was practicing for this earlier. I wrote a song to express how I've been feeling this. My mental health is killing me, and literally this week, what a week.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to focus, which is why the topic of the show today is very freestyle, because our brains are mush.
The topic of the show is learn to freestyle. Brandon, you're first.
It's interesting because we were all kind of sharing information in our group chat about everything going on with politics, and how interesting is it now, PJ, to have the knowledge that you do, and now you know, like, so for those who aren't familiar, Parler, the very racist, sexist, terrible social media platform, has been taken down, and to maybe a non-technical person that seems very kind of like, oh, that's good, but the information behind this is very, very interesting. So PJ, what's it
Just-
like to be where you are now and know this?
When people were talking about like getting information off of Parler and talking about like the fact that I knew what AWS was,
Right.
made a huge difference in me being able to understand what was happening with Parler when they were no longer allowed to be on Amazon's cloud services. It was amazing, actually. Like, I remember thinking, this all makes perfect sense, and then like an hour later I was like, oh, that all made sense. I learned things. It was like this
Right?
nice moment in the middle of all the pain and like black and white photos in the rain that was just running through my mind of the week, to see that and go, oh, that's kind of neat that I understand new things.
And
What?
I think that's secretly maybe why my boyfriend like encouraged me to learn how to code so we could have more puns and inside jokes together. I always joke that like the most value that I bring to tech are like the terrible dad jokes, because for me a lot of times I'm hearing these words for the first time, like blob storage, flubber, right? Like that's
Yeah, of course.
like, but like some people have been hearing these words their whole life, and here I am like 31 years old being like, I'm sorry, it's called Cooper what? Okay.
Isn't that the crystal that goes inside of the lightsaber?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
But you've come so far, PJ. Look at you. Now you know how Parler broke down.
That's right.
A beautiful
Yeah.
moment.
And that's why you should hire me.
Well, it's funny because that was, to me, that was the death knell. Like when I heard Parler got pulled from the app stores, I was like, okay, that's a big deal because I'm a mobile app developer, and so I know that like for you to download my app on iOS, you have to go through the app store. There's a way, yes, that you can install iOS apps on your phone by not going through the app store, but it's all very, I don't say difficult, but very structured, and you have to be very intentional about it. The developer has to allow it. You have to want it.
It's a whole thing.
So yeah, when I heard they got pulled, I was like, well, that's a big deal because that means they can't send push notifications anymore. So no more engagement. But if you already have the app installed on your device, it's still there. Like Apple and Google aren't going to wipe the app from your device. That'd be a pretty big invasion of
that'd be like
privacy?
putting that'd be putting a U2 album on everyone's iPhones. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
wow.
you would never
crazy talk.
I have a very funny, shady story. I won't name names, but before I attended a boot
Is it
camp.
Bono?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I wish. Not Bono related. It's shady app related. So when I was first considering getting a job in tech, before going to a boot camp, heard about this job that was opening up as I think a QA person or maybe like a test engineer at this startup in the Bay Area that was all centered around app like games, like kind of like almost like not casino style games, but gamified games where there's some sort of monetary gain from it. Like you play a game thing,
Gambling.
and then you get money. So, gambling, yes, gambling. And if you are familiar with the app stores, gambling is not permitted in, I think Brandon, maybe you might know this, but definitely not on a Android, I think. Not sure about an iPhone. And
I'm pretty sure about it. It's the TOS.
But part of this interview was, hey, you need to test out our app. But the instructions to test out the app were about a 2-page PDF on how to do this very shady dog foody way of testing it out, because it was like this API thing. And that was a huge red flag to my boyfriend, who was way more experienced than me, well, at the time, but also forever, because that's how time works. And he was like, go to this interview for the interview experience, but you are not taking this job. As a mobile app developer, I could not in good faith let you take this. But it's so true. Like, in order, like, there's a very strict set of rules like that you need to adhere to have your app in the app store. And gosh, it just makes me feel so good that Parler's not. I did a breakdown on my Instagram story for I had a couple theater friends reach out who are like, okay, so Parler is down, but what does that mean? Is it coming back? Is it temporary? And I was like, okay, let me put this in normal theater people terms. And it was really interesting because I think we take for granted as people who know this information, like what that means. Or my dad, for example, who isn't super technical, but like doesn't totally understand what Parler is. So it's kind of fun.
We have this tendency to take those things for granted that we know. Like I've realized today, I'm terrible at understanding that other people don't know what I know. And that's not great because I'm a high school teacher. And I'll be like, hey guys, let's look at this John Donne poem. And we were reading this great John Donne poem called A Valediction Forbidding Mourning. Basically, he was being sent to another city, and he wrote this super awesome poem telling his wife, hey, don't worry, we're going to be apart, but it's fine because we're amazing and we're a good couple. But it's written in, like, the 1690s, so it sounds like Shakespeare. And I read it to a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds, and I was like, so what do you think is going on here? And I looked out, and they were like... I was like, so what do you think he means? If they are two, they're two as stiff twin compasses are. They're like, I don't... what's a twin compass? And I was like, oh, a compass is in geometry where you've got like the two legs and you make circles with it. You remember geometry? They were like, oh, we didn't use those. We all had iPads for geometry. And I was like, oh, then I guess you wouldn't have used a compass. Okay.
I will say, to be fair, I always hated it when, well, specifically English teachers, because there's a lot of interpreting in English class where it's not like in math, the answer is the answer. But yeah, the teacher would be like, what do you think the artist or the author meant by this? I'm like, I don't know. Shouldn't you tell me that?
No! You're supposed to guess! Brandon Minnick, this is what we're doing on the show. I'm going to teach you guys poetry.
I have a very embarrassing 6th grade story, which if you're still in the chat, you're going to love this. So Taylor, shout out to Taylor, Broadway actor, now working in tech,
snap.
so obsessed. Okay, so when I was in 6th grade, I remember this so vividly. I was in my elementary school class. Hi, Taylor. Okay, you're going to love this. You'll be like, you and PJ, maybe Brandon will get this joke. Maybe like 2 other people.
We'll explain it to Brandon if we have to.
Okay, so I was in the same elementary school class from 2nd grade to 6th grade. So, and these people are basically my siblings. Like we go and get drinks now, and we're all dear friends. And but 6th grade, you know, on the brink of puberty, very embarrassing to like make any mistake in front of people. And our teacher, who was very old, he was retiring with our class. He was in the Birds. Like, he was one of the kids in the Birds. When the elementary school kids are, like, yes, by Alfred Hitchcock. Like,
what year was that?
I was in 6th grade. That's probably the same year you were.
Oh, I meant
like 90s.
Hitchcock movie.
No, the Hitchcock movie. But, like, to give you an idea.
You were not in 6th grade.
He was probably at least in his... I mean, he was very old to be teaching. But anyway, okay. So... we're reading some passage from who knows. And he goes, okay, going through vocabulary words, asks what the word urchin means. And I very confidently raise my hand, having grown up a musical theater actress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
And I say a street person, because I'm thinking the urchins from Little Shop of Horrors. And everyone laughs at me and they're like, ha ha, stupid. And it meant a sea creature. In what we're probably reading, like 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something. And this has stayed with me. I mean, how long ago was I in 6th grade? The 90s? The shame I feel about answering a young person of the streets has haunted me.
But that is what it means. Like, that's also what it means.
Yeah,
like when
wrong.
Charles Dickens is like, and the urchins covered in coal.
I've cosplayed this at DragCon 2 years ago. I love this film. It's my favorite musical. Dream Role was Audrey. But every time I see this freaking musical, all I can think of is the sheer embarrassment I felt. So I hear like, alarm goes off at 7. And I'm like, oh God, the shame, the shame.
You're 12 years old again going, oh God, I'm just gonna run. And you just get up and leave.
I mean, 6th grade was
Wasn't everyone just perpetually embarrassed through most of the 6th grade?
My most vivid, like if I think of embarrassing moments for myself, they're all in 6th grade. Like I've never had an embarrassing moment out of 6th grade.
All
I know.
the worst
I'm sorry,
stuff.
Andy. The 90s.
Listen, Andy. We weren't all going to super cool concerts in the 90s. We had to wait a while. Also, I saw that earlier, but I couldn't say anything because we were in the middle of good stories.
So the moral of the story is never shame children or it'll haunt them forever and ruin their favorite musical and they'll never, ever forget it for the rest of their life.
But also, as a teacher, shame children once in a while in order to teach them a lesson when they're 17 and they can handle it. This is now a
Careful the
Sondheim
things you
TV show.
say. Children get embarrassed.
The
I also got very embarrassed. I can vividly, it was all in the same classroom. We were in a portable unit at Phoebe Hearst Elementary School. Similarly, I had, because I was an actress, I had an agent, and I was in 2 commercials by the time I was in 6th grade. Very big deal in Sacramento. No on Prop 38.
Yeah, 12. They're 12, Andy.
But I got braces. But because I was doing theater, my parents let me get the porcelain braces that, like, really you just see the wire. And funny story, one time they put glow-in-the-dark ones on thinking they were clear, and it scared the crap out of my mom. But this very mean girl in my 6th grade class, like, she was talking to this boy that I liked, that I had a big crush on, and she was like, hey, if you got braces, what color would you get? And he was like, I don't know, barf. And then she said, like someone, and she looked right at me.
Oh, burn.
Is this not an episode of Boy Meets World?
I know. I could like, if the new Saved by the Bell is hiring writers, I'm available. I have lots of stories to share. And I grew up with Josie Toda, star of the new Saved by the Bell, who is amazing on it. So check out the new Saved by the Bell. Not sponsored by the show, but we love.
But should sponsor, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Diana.
That's right, Diana's in the chat.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Hola, mis amores. Hello, Diana.
It's so nice that people come to watch this show, which for tonight is just us yelling about whatever pops into our brain and trying to remember that Brandon is here too and he deserves to speak because Chloe and I are loud.
While I show off this Furby Chewbacca, think about your embarrassing 6th grade moments to share.
I absolutely want to hear an embarrassing moment from Brandon. Because I don't think Brandon has embarrassing moments because he was formed perfectly and, like, just grew up normally and, like, excelled at whatever he did. So, like, lay it on me. I gotta hear about it.
Did you know that Brandon went to the middle school that O-Town did their first performance at? Because it's my favorite fun fact about Brandon.
Southwest Middle School, Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida.
Let's see. Probably, like, most embarrassing was... Oh, this is really embarrassing. I was in 2nd grade, and
So vulnerable.
I had... I left class to go to the bathroom. So, like, class is in session, like, hallways are empty, and I'm walking to the bathroom, and for whatever reason, I was just like, you know, I've never seen the girls' bathroom before. I mean, spoiler alert, turns out it's exactly the same as the guys' bathroom. But it was like this mystical, wondrous place when you're, what's that, like 8 years old?
Oh, yeah.
And so I go in there, a little disappointed because, yeah, it's just the guys' room without urinals. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm in here. I might as well go to the bathroom. I was just doing number 1 in and out real quick. And then, yeah, while I'm in there, like, a girl came in. And I was like, huh! Like,
what are you doing here?
So, like, I just walked out. I was just like, oh, this isn't the guy's room.
I'm so confused.
It was just like,
we have an
mortified.
actor.
That's amazing.
And as far as I know, she never told anybody.
I love
like,
that.
You could have gotten in big trouble.
Oh, yeah, that too, right? Like, that's probably suspendable.
For sure.
You were just curious. It's okay. I wouldn't have told
curious.
anybody. What about you, PJ? Do you have one?
Do I have an embarrassing story?
Full disclosure, I have never told those 2 stories, and now they are on video forever.
That's right.
I follow most of those people still on Instagram.
That's amazing.
Sir.
He's just noisy. I like my life is mostly embarrassing stories, honestly. Like, most of the things that happen to me are a bit embarrassing. If I had to pick one, so I want it to be relevant to, like, the age. Because, like, there's something that happened to me in kindergarten, but that doesn't stick with me. Like, that doesn't haunt me at night. The 6th grade, I
peed my pants at a book fair, at a Scholastic book fair in kindergarten. Like, that doesn't count.
Whatever.
My mom covered it up and said she spilled her coffee. I mean, what a champ.
I threw coffee on my kid.
Mom.
I mean... I think most of my embarrassing stuff. Here it is. Oh God, here it is. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, freshman year of high school. I was we're all the new kids, of course, at the school because we're freshmen, and it was the back to school night where like the parents come and like follow the kids' schedule and meet the teachers.
Ooh.
And
I
sit in
never
tiny
did that.
desks, even though they're adults.
Oh yeah, they have to sit in the tiny desk.
School night. Okay.
Back to
Yes.
school
And
night, yeah.
I have a lot
So-
of pictures of me with a blank face, like with my mom took pictures of me being like, I drew this picture of a Pueblo.
Look at this Pueblo. That's a very California education. Do this. Okay, so the choir is performing, and I'm there volunteering to get volunteer hours because we have a requirement at the school I went to. You have to have 100 volunteer hours before you graduate. So I started early. But I was volunteering to tell parents like where to go and stuff. And there was like a lull and a break, and the girl I had a crush on was in choir, so I went over to like talk to her and find a reason to talk to her.
Uh-oh.
And so we were standing there and we were talking, and they were like, oh, okay, we gotta go, we're gonna perform again. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I thought, man, it would be funny if I pretended to conduct them in a song right now. And so I got in behind the keyboard in front of the choir, and this is 1999, so one of the most popular songs at the time was My Name Is by Eminem.
Oh no!
Nice.
So I looked dead at this choir of all girls my age and much older, and I went, all right, girls, my name is, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they just looked at me, and I think one of them went, what?
Good.
And then
Keep going.
I went, aha, and walked away. And there was no getting away. It was a straight shot back to where I needed to be. So there was no, like, I'm just going to head over here. And I had to walk straight away from them, and they could just watch me, like, doing, like, this to get away from them the whole time. Oh, I wanted to die. Oh, I wanted to die. It was the worst.
Oh man, it's like those things. Like you always see those memes. Okay, you need to,
Very
sir.
vocal tonight.
The
Very
first,
vocal.
sir.
I feel like those memes that are like, it's like me going to sleep, me waking up, like remembering that one embarrassing thing that I did like 10 years ago. Like I have so many of those that just like deeply, deeply. The shame and the awkwardness just plays over and over in my head.
My body temperature shot up when I remembered the story.
Oh, no.
The stuff sticks with you. That's like
It
why
does.
it's so important for teachers. That's why I'm so happy you're a teacher right now, PJ, for now until
Right.
the show ends.
I always
Because
feel like...
protect them.
Yeah, I feel like it should never be like an adult that embarrasses a kid. Kids are going to do embarrassing stuff, and that's fine. Like, that happens, and like I just said that story, and it still sits with me. But what it taught me was, hey, don't be a friggin' weirdo, and learn what's actually funny. And now I know all the things that are funny, so it's good, you know?
Yeah.
It works.
Kids should be taught how to handle it. Because I was about to say what we learn later in life, but we'll say what I learned later in life is it's not that you did something that was embarrassing. It's not that you made a mistake. It's how you handle it afterwards. So, like, if you just kind of roll with it, if you can make fun of yourself and laugh about it, then it's funny and like everybody enjoys it and they're not laughing at you. Whereas if you make a big deal out of it, if you make a scene, you run out of the room, or like you curl into a ball, like
If you double
then they're
down,
laughing at you. Yeah, right. Like no.
You have to go, yeah, I meant to do that. No, don't.
These are just my coffee stain pants. You guys. And yeah, like if you know how to roll with it, then it's fine. And like honestly, there's the cool kids. Some of them are cool because they bully people, but
Yeah.
most are just like it's like cool. Like they're kind of
chill.
roll with things. Yeah, like it's not a big deal. Like, oh no, like I sat down on the chair and it broke. Like it doesn't mean you're fat, but if like you're just like, well, guess I ate too much for lunch, and everybody's like, wow, that was funny.
I've definitely broken chairs. But what you're talking about, Brandon, I'd love for you to turn this into a lesson about being a DevRel so that it's relevant to the show.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and
Yes.
Hey!
Ooh, I'm
Honestly,
trying to think of an
that's,
embarrassing DevRel story. I'm sure I
Oh
have.
god.
Maybe I'm
well,
just like
that's.
eternal sunshine to them out of my mind.
I mean, DevRel's just all about putting yourself out there, and just kind of like we're doing right now. Like we are live on the internet. It's going to be saved and recorded forever. Even if we don't want it saved and recorded, anybody can grab a screenshot. And so, if you just learn how to roll with the punches, I think the biggest advice I can give, and something that helped me a lot, was to take improv classes.
Yes.
Because improv is all about accepting mistakes as gifts. So in improv, if PJ was trying to mime something and maybe he's like pouring a glass of milk, and then I come onto stage and I'm like, "Oh, PJ, pour me a beer too." Well, that was a mistake. And in improv, you're taught always to accept it.
Yep.
And so if PJ goes, no, this is milk, well, then the scene just dies. But if you say, yeah, absolutely, I was just topping mine off with a shot of milk, you want some too? And then it's funny and it's hilarious and it's a gift. And so
That's right.
When you're live, like when you're on stage, when you're doing recordings, when you're making videos, just to be able to accept those gifts, or accept the mistakes as gifts, be able to roll with them. And like I always tell people, just yes and everything. Like when
Oh my gosh.
when you're
It
doing a
makes
demo,
Well, no, I'd say actually you shouldn't do that, Brandon. I don't.
I was in Chess
Like,
the Musical
when the
in
internet
college.
goes out,
Like
like,
when
just-
I think of adult embarrassing stories, it's not even an embarrassing story for me. It's an embarrassing story on behalf of the person I was in the scene with, because I was doing Chess the Musical, famously a musical by the composer of ABBA, or by one of the people of ABBA.
ABBA
And
people.
Tim Rice? No, maybe I'm
ABBA
mixing
No,
that
Tim
up.
Rice is the lyricist for Elton John.
I feel like maybe he worked
Nope.
on Chess. Maybe.
Tim
I don't know.
Rice is Lion King.
Oh yes. Okay, wait. I'm gonna look it up later. But I was in this musical, and it's about the Cold War and chess. Great soundtrack, terrible plot. And there's this scene. I was the I was the main character and the love interest. And this guy's supposed to run in, and he goes, "Florence, Anatoly left this letter for you." And it's like a pivotal moment in the show, because this guy is leaving the Soviet Union or whatever to go to America, or vice versa. I don't remember. I blocked the show out in my head. But he didn't come out with a letter. And he said, "Florence, Anatoly left this for you." And he handed me, he goes, and I see in slow motion that he doesn't have the note, the prop of the note. This man was a smoker, shout out to Nick Biscotti, and he took a pack of cigarettes out of his pocket and handed them to me. Now, this is not a gracious scene partner, because what the heck do I do with a pack of cigarettes? Like, he could have said, "Hey, Chloe, here's a pack of cigarettes that Anatoly wrote a note on. Please read it." But this man hands me a box of cigarettes. And I look at it, and I look at him, and I look at the cigarettes, and I go, "Wow, Anatoly wrote a message on the back of these cigarettes." Like, you have to be a generous scene partner. You can't just hand them a box of cigarettes. You can't agree more. And I've been in those situations as a professional where, like, you'll be on stage and your slides won't work, or, you know, your demo goes wrong. And there is such a night and day difference between someone who can be like, "And my slides aren't working and I'm figuring it out," to like,
yeah, you can tell somebody, well, you can tell the difference, because, I mean, you just saw it in Chloe. Like, you're accepting that the slides are different, and you're rolling with it, and you're making almost a production out of that and building on it. Whereas, yeah, some people will just kind of shut down and clam up, and they'll start. You can see the panic growing. They're I don't, and it's just like, hey, man, nobody really cares. Like, this is just a conference talk. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
you know, it's not like
don't
you're
worry about
giving
it.
the State of the Union address to the UN or something like that. But
Yeah,
Tim Rice
exactly.
did the lyrics.
He
I
sure
told
did.
you. Bjorn something and Tim Rice. I'm going to butcher this name if I say it. But as was mentioned by Taylor, Pity the Child is a bop. Also, One Night in Bangkok is from Jess.
That was a pop song.
My boyfriend in college played that part, and I was Florence, and he got to squelch Pity the Child every night. Pretty sexy stuff.
I do know One Night in Bangkok has like the spoken lyrics in the middle,
Bangkok.
right? Where
Sorry,
it's
I'm
like,
the city, but the city don't know what the city is getting. The creme to the creme of the chess world with the something, Yul Brenner.
that might be one of the few times I can think of like a song from a musical becoming like a Billboard hit.
Ooh, I bet I can think of a couple.
Other than Disney stuff. Take Disney stuff out of it.
Give me a minute. You guys talk for a little bit. I can think of one.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island.
Discuss.
Defying Gravity? The UK
Defying Gravity. I don't think Defying Gravity charted on the pop charts.
I have one.
Go.
I Just Want to Dance from Jerry Springer the Opera was top of the pop charts in the UK. It's a bop. I was in Jerry Springer the Opera, and it's sung by an overweight stripper that sings, it's not safe for work. I don't give a bleep no more. If people think I am a whore, I just want to dance. And it was like a gay club hit for like an entire summer. It was like the anthem of Pride that year.
I straight up YouTubed. I was like, I wanted like a high energy electronic dance song the other day, and I knew exactly the vibe I wanted, so I just went for it, and I went to YouTube and I typed gay anthem playlist. And I got the best song. It was like Born This Way. It was like all of my favorite 90s dance songs. Like like This Is the Night, dancing free until the morning light, together forever, 'cause this is your night.
I wanna dance. You know what's always on there? Freedom.
Oh my gosh, Freedom, but the 93 remix?
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff.
I pretty much exclusively listen to Gay Pride mix year round because it's like my pump up music.
It's just high energy, good fun.
Wait, I'm gonna think of a pop. Taylor, help me figure this out. I know that there are top pop hits that are Broadway hits. I'm just not thinking of them right now. Let me think back to like
something from
recent.
Wicked.
Well, Defying Gravity, maybe.
I don't think Wicked was ever
Broadway.
top 10 show tunes to make the pop.
Ooh.
I found an article
Googling
to make
it?
the chart on pop.
Cheater.
You know what? Actually,
What if it was Disney though?
wow.
Give me
Let
some
It Go's
hints.
Disney. I'm not going to count that one. And
Give me
also,
some hints.
Lion King.
some
musical.
hints.
Yeah, I bet I can guess it. If you
Cats.
give me like memory.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, Memory charted.
Okay.
It's
Raining Men is not from a musical.
Susan Boyle.
Oh, I Dreamed a Dream. Yeah.
Yes, I Dreamed a Dream. Very good. Nice. We got Memory already.
We could play that game on the show today, PJ.
Wow, that's surprising. What, the game where we play a song and you
Or you
name
play
it?
like 2 seconds of an original Broadway cast album and I guess it. Okay, wait, give me the other one.
To not violate copyright.
I mean, you said that you're really good at that. I'm trying to look for number one. Oh, number one is from the 60s.
Oh, Hair? Or Aquarius?
It was Louis Armstrong.
Oh, Hello, Dolly.
Aquarius is because it's from Hair.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Hello,
Hello Dolly. Nice. And Sondheim's A Little Night Music.
Send in the
There you
Clouds.
go, nailed it, of course. And
and I don't know if I love him. From
How about hold on?
Is
Our
here.
Superstar.
Yes! Oh, how did you grab that one? Did someone say it in the I don't know
Taylor,
how to love
our
him.
Broadway actor.
I
Taylor.
saw
We're gonna have Taylor on the show.
I
by
saw
the way.
Jesus
I
Christ
invited him.
Superstar. Yes, absolutely done. In 2002, the senior class at my high school took a trip to see Jesus Christ Superstar because it was touring through Orlando. The person playing Jesus was the lead singer from Skid Row. Like,
He
that
was-
terrible band.
Oh, he was Seymour?
No, he
Seymour
was
vibes? Oh, wait,
no,
the
like,
actor?
No. Oh, what the heck's his name?
Hunter?
This is
going
going
on
so
right now?
badly right now.
We are off the rails.
Hold on. The singer for the 80s hair band Skid Row.
Oh, not Little Shop. Sorry.
No. Not Little Shop. It was Jesus Christ Superstar. And
Mel Gibson.
oh my god, I'm dying right now. No. Skid Row was a terrible hairband. Sebastian Bach. He was playing Jesus in the touring production of Jesus Christ Superstar that they took my Catholic high school to see.
I saw Constantine Morales in Rock of Ages, and he was great. I wouldn't have wanted to see anybody else in the role. He played Drew, and I was like, these American Idol kids can sing. I mean, they are the idols of America.
Sebastian Bach was not great.
Oh. Well, I'm so glad that we sorted.
I mean,
beer number 2.
Charted.
He's no Johan. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
Embarrassing. Probably can't even play the piano.
So we talked briefly before the show on using this show to help or to create some branding for the show. So it's interesting. Taylor is here because he's kind of our Twitch expert. Taylor works at Twitch, by the way. So Taylor's going to be on our show. I already invited him, PJ. Broadway actor, now working at Twitch. He's going to be our Twitch. Maybe you can, Taylor, when you come on the show, you can also consult us on this because we need to figure out how to do like all the different things that pop up on our screen. I bought a stream deck, so maybe that can be the episode that we bring you onto. But today we were going to what is this program, PJ, that you wanted to use? MS Paint?
Oh, I have I think it's called Miss Paint. It's like it's like Mr. Paint, but it's Miss Paint. Yeah.
Oh. Like Pac-Man, but Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah, like Mr. and Mrs. Paint hang out with the Pac-Mans on the weekends.
We're going to lose people if you don't actually say what it is.
It's Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark.
Okay.
And Adobe Spark it just lets you kind of make whatever the heck you want, really. And let me go ahead and share my tab. And Lord, I hope my internet keeps up because I keep looking at my stream over here and I look like I'm being run
No, you're
through a
fine.
Nintendo.
You got about half the pixels.
We've been using this Sailor Moon image that you can't really see. It says, "I'll warn you, I don't know how to use a computer," which is a meme that PJ and I deeply relate with all the time when we can't figure out our code. But we were thinking, let's make this like PJ Chloe specific. I was gonna try to abbreviate it, and then I didn't fully commit. So what are you thinking branding wise for us, Brandon? You have the word brand in your name. You're kind of an expert on this.
And it's funny because, there's...
You guys talk about branding and I'll be back.
It's psychological research, hopefully I got that right, where you respond to the first syllable of your name. And so anytime I hear the word branding... Like I immediately perk up. I'm like, what? Oh, not me.
I feel this.
Branding.
Band-Aid. I need a Band-Aid. I get that a lot with any sort of Joey's, Zoe's. Like I actually in the house that I grew up in Sacramento, there was a family that moved in behind us. The only Chloe's that I met like before the age of 25 were dogs and babies because it's not a very popular name. I feel like everybody just met me and they're like, Chloe is so cool. Let's name our baby Chloe. My mom got it from Olivia Newton-John's daughter, I believe. But we had a neighbor behind us who named their dog Chloe. So they'd be like, Chloe, no, don't pee there. Oh, what?
That's amazing.
So I think it should say, hire me.
Okay.
Because that has been PJ's tagline, at least when we do our stream.
Been saying it.
Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Boop.
Tune in.
Right here.
But let's see, what could you put on it? Like what or you could even like make puns out of it.
We could do a pie chart. Home workout
or
tutorial.
it could be a Venn diagram.
Job, no.
Or like English teacher.
Oh man.
Coder.
I should get a job.
PJ.
We're doing it in StreamYard, Taylor, to answer your question. We're StreamYard show, yeah.
And you could mix up the Venn diagram every week with fun facts about PJ.
Oh, man.
Let's see. What else could you do? I mean, PJ's a drummer. Do something about.
I sure am.
Like beats,
So,
beats go on.
I'm
Sick
doing
beats.
It goes
a
on.
show with our second guest that we had, Daniel. We're starting it next week. Tweets on this coming soon. Called Adopt a Dev, and the branding for ours, we're gonna have our little faces on it. So I was thinking, PJ, back to the resume episode. What if it was your mug resume?
Just my resume on a mug. Oh man.
Wait, what's that? Current numbers. That one right here.
Right here?
Oh
my
no.
god.
Or
it's gonna take a while to load it now because apparently I'm using 1997 internet. Current numbers: TikTok, SoundCloud, and Spotify.
well,
Spotify, SoundCloud are down.
what are we
TikTok's-
building though? Are we building the
TikTok's booming.
logo or are we building the background?
I don't even know what.
I
I
don't
mean,
even
oh,
know.
Yes.
I can't build a logo.
Yes.
Aw, cute. How to code your
Recent
first website.
findings. How about it's jobs?
Recent jobs. Data night looks. Oh man, do you want to
Summer
know about
afternoon vlog.
the summer afternoon vlog?
Oh,
Is
that one.
there anything in Korean that's like a common saying or something like around like the hiring process or
Oh,
jobs or
All of my Korean.
I
is
love to
restaurant
work.
Korean.
The dancing one. That one. Down.
how do you ask for gochujang?
How do
In
I ask
Korean.
for gochujang in Korean? Gochujang juseyo.
Put that on there,
Hange gochujang juseyo. Give me
But-
one gochujang, please.
but not in Latin characters.
Yeah,
This
it's not
is-
gonna.
This is a really niche kind of
It's gotta.
logo we're making here.
I'm really trying to make sure that all my Korean friends that are watching understand what's going on. This is wild. I have to have premium for this one.
I'm going to faceinthehole.com.
What is that?
PJ.
Is PJ already on it?
Face in
Is
the
Face
Hole
in the
is
Hole?
this website where you can put your face on like anything, like
Oh my
Chicken
gosh.
Run.
Share your screen. I have
Okay.
to see this.
Here,
I have to see this.
Chicken Run. So all I have to do is upload a picture of us,
Wait.
Wow.
and then
Every
it'll be
week.
Chicken Run.
I think
week can
every
do Face
week
in
we
the
should.
Hole.
Yeah,
We should do a
definitely have
different
new Face in
one.
the
So
Hole.
like, or you can do stuff like this,
And
Beyonce.
then And then you get a custom tagline like, "What are you, too chicken to hire me?" Boom.
Who's this?
Is that from Dallas? What's happening? Why
I
is
don't
this,
know
is that
who
is
this
that
was.
Matthew Broderick's dad?
It's like if
Oh,
Matthew Broderick
no.
and
Oh,
Pierce
no.
Brosnan had a baby.
Oh, Chloe, the content's getting different.
It's getting a little crazy. Okay, I like this, but PJ, you're this.
Yeah, obviously.
PJ's face,
Like I wasn't gonna.
Melissa
argue
Joan
that.
Hart,
Oh.
Dancing with Stars.
Throwback.
So
Speaking of
yeah,
the
you can
90s.
upload your own images to make a face in the hole, or you can do like, gosh, Pineapple Express.
See, there's
we've
like
got here.
Tinkerbell, like grant my wish of hiring.
Oh.
I
You have
work
no
with-
idea how high I can fly. Tinkerbell.
Oh wow! I work with a former
Michael
Tinkerbell. One of the people I work with at school used to do Tinkerbell and like jump off the castle at Disney World.
That means she's what, 5'2" or shorter?
Yeah, she little.
She will.
Oh, for those of you that
He used
don't
to be a
know,
guy for the
at,
longest time.
at Disney in Orlando, every night they do a fireworks show at the castle, and in the big finale, especially in the current show, there's
Spoiler
a big
alert.
moment where they go, "We all have a reason to fly," and
They
a
do it
lit
at
up
Disneyland
Tinkerbell.
too. I've seen it with my
A
own
lit up
eyes.
Tinkerbell slides down this long pole from like the castle to like the other area, and it's wild. I cry every time.
And sometimes Tinkerbell gets stuck.
Yes.
So as part of the audition process, not only do you have to be small enough, because you have to be a certain height and weight just to do this
Just
and be
to
in the
do
harness safely. But yeah, sometimes it's just a zip line. So sometimes Tinkerbell gets stuck. So part of the audition process is you have to prove that you can pull yourself all the way to the end, just in case you get stuck.
My
so
dream
amazing.
job used to be at Disneyland, and believe it or not, I'm 5'2". Never auditioned for the Tinkerbell, but got very close to going a couple times, if you can believe. Ooh, we could be an entire basketball team.
I would say Mickey and Minnie are also 5'2".
You know, fun story, was called back. I think I may have told you guys this. I was called back for Disney Cruise Line about, this would have been 2011. And there's different tracks on the cruise line that you're called back for. And I was so excited because, like, it was my dream to work at Disney. I literally didn't get a tattoo for years and years and years because I was like, I need to work at Disneyland. And the track that I was called back for was Anne Marie, which was like this little girl who was in this little stage show thing, Snow White, and Sid from Toy Story, because they don't want Sid to be scary, so they always cast a tiny girl as Sid. And so my audition literally was like, oh, I'm Snow White, and like, I'm Anne Marie, and then like, I'm Sid. We're gonna take toys apart. The irony being, I'm now starting a Twitch stream where I take apart toys, so like, it's really come full circle. How about B movie? Okay, I'm seeing a lot on here.
I like that. Was that a monkey?
I saw some peanuts too.
Peanuts.
There was just.
Oh, you could be a taco?
I need to find a picture of PJ. Hold on. PJ.
I'm going to be in love with Zac Efron.
Give me a good pic,
So
PJ,
lucky.
of your face so I can do this.
Here, let me send it to you on Twitter.
Actually, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and it'll be a surprise. Like, I'll just keep showing them to you guys.
Are you just going to like find a picture of me, or do I still need to send you a picture?
I'm going to find them. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm here, but I'm making art, okay?
She's busy. She's creating. All right.
Ooh.
That's right. Oh my goodness. I always think about Brandon all the time that we like grew up in the same town and went to the same university and then didn't meet until we had both graduated and moved to a completely different city.
It is weird. Yeah, because I moved to Orlando when I was 12. So, yeah, I went to Southwest Middle School, which is, where O-Town performed their first ever concert. If you were a fan of Making the Band, you saw me in the middle school gymnasium. Very weird at the time, by the way, to have just a random band and cameras coming in to film children.
Yeah.
Like, literal, 12-year-old girls screaming. And we had no idea who these guys were. So they were just like, be really excited. So you're just like hamming it up for the camera, but you're just like, I guess they're good.
O-Town!
But yeah, man. High school, Dr. Phillips High School, represent.
Dr. Phil High School.
Dr. Phillips.
Dang.
Dr. Phillips is an important dude in the history of Central Florida.
It's where Wayne Brady went to high school.
That's
no
right.
big deal.
Wow.
It's where is it Kevin from the older I think it's NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that didn't really fit in because he was like 10 years older than
He was
us.
like 30.
He went to Dr. Phillips High School. We had a visual performing arts magnet, so we had all the best musicians.
Yeah, the
actors,
best marching
actresses.
band, the best actors, right across
And
the
us on
street from
drumline.
Universal Studios.
Drumline captain, no big deal.
No big deal. Listen, I was drumline captain my first year on drumline, but we were a bad drumline.
I actually wasn't drumline captain. I was center tenor.
Okay,
So,
that's a big deal.
What that means, if anybody's ever seen drumline, there's the bass drums, like the big drums that go beat on the side. There's the snare drum. It's just one drum in front of you. And then there's the drum that's like 4 or 5 drums in one. That's what I played. And that's, depending on who you ask, it's either called tenors, it's called quads, it's called quints.
Yeah.
And the way drumline works is you always listen in. So you are always listening to whoever's in the center of your group. And then that person's listening into the center snare, because snares are always in the middle.
Yep.
So yeah, being center meant you're the best in the position. But it's funny, none of us wanted to be drumline captains. We were the
Really?
bad boys in the band. Oh yeah, because so there was nothing like being captain just meant you had to come in before and stay late to all the meetings.
Yeah.
And none of us wanted to do that. So
Right. No, exactly. That makes total sense. It's like extra responsibility, and you're like, I kind of don't want that.
Right. So like our captain was actually he was our fourth chair tenor player. But our real captain was our center snare. So
Yeah.
we would like he was the actual captain, but anytime like the band director would be like, "All right, captains," we're like all right, Brian.
All right, headed
Captain.
I'm
look
so
at that.
glad that I can be the angel of music.
Just watch
Looking
out for
good.
shit.
I like that this one's called The Opera Ghost to avoid any copyright.
Could be any opera
infringement.
ghost.
Okay, now I'm gonna do Brandon.
I didn't start doing drumline until my junior year of high school. Freshman year I was playing trumpet. Sophomore year I was playing baritone because I got braces and the small trumpet mouthpiece was hurting me a lot. So I switched to a bigger mouthpiece. And
Size
it's easier
up.
to play. That's right. Started playing
she
baritone.
just sized up your mouthpiece.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything at all. But I'd
lot
always
harder.
played drums. I'd always played drums because my dad is a professional drummer, and junior year I joined a rock band with two guys I went to middle school with, and I wanted to get better at drums, so I was like, I guess I'll join drumline now to beef up my like rudimentary skills and stuff. And so I joined, and it was my first year on drumline, but the only senior on the line didn't want to be captain, and I was the only junior on the line. So they were like, do you want to be captain? I was like,
You're responsible.
sure. So I did it, and we were like, it was a senior, me, a junior, and then all freshmen and sophomores were the rest of the line, mostly freshmen. And so it was a very new line. We didn't play traditional grip. I've told you this before, but traditional grip is like the way you see like jazz drummers playing, for those of you who don't know.
Or if you think of like a what is like the Revolutionary War?
Yeah,
like, when they have like the drum and
Johnny
the bugle.
Tremaine, very that.
Johnny Tremaine, boom.
I kept calling my
Watch out for
boyfriend
the
Johnny
hot
Tremaine
tin.
when he hadn't gotten his hair cut in like months during the pandemic.
That's
I've
Yeah.
got another one.
We were not a very good drum line, so when I'm like, oh, I was drum captain 2 years in a row, it doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean a thing.
Look at this
Whackers.
little guy.
Oh, what a It
it
matches
looks
your
like
shirt.
I'm being eaten. Like
Yeah, it looks like the duck is like eating you.
like somebody help!
Now I need to find a 3-person one. I searched by amount
There's
of
gotta
people.
be a decent like is there like a Three Musketeers?
Oh, wait. I found it.
Like,
Do you
Okay,
guys
go.
remember the Disney Three Musketeers movie?
With the Mickey?
No, not the Mickey one, the live action one from the 90s that had Charlie Sheen in it.
No, I don't.
Charlie
Ooh.
Sheen in the 90s?
Yeah.
Dang.
Hold on, I'm pretty sure it was Charlie Sheen.
I mean,
It had Charlie Sheen,
confirmed.
Kiefer Sutherland, Chris O'Donnell, Tim Curry, and Oliver Platt in it.
Wow. What?
It is from 1993, and it is a terrible, wonderful movie. Tim Curry is the villain, obviously, but like, I made Anne watch it the other day, and it's so good. Yeah, Hey Callie remembers it. Hey Callie remembers it. Yes,
2 points.
2 points for Hey Callie.
You got to keep track of those on your own, though. 'Cause,
Yeah.
That's right, we can. Oh, the Kevin Costner Robin Hood, fantastic. Oh man,
I'm
I
making
love
more
90s
art.
movies.
points
Yeah,
are like
Chloe's
fruit
busy.
bucks.
They're like Shroot Bucks. How many Shroot Bucks equals $1?
Ooh, what have you guys been watching that you enjoy? Because I started watching Class Action Park, which was recommended to me and Brandon. On
Oh, is that about Action
Tuesday.
Park?
It is. It's wild. It's like I just started watching it. I couldn't get my boyfriend to watch it, but I've been watching it, and I feel like watching it feels like I'm bruised. Does that make sense? Like I
I've
feel like
watched-
It's
through
painful.
osmosis, I am bruised all over my body.
One of my favorite YouTube channels is Defunct Land that talks about theme park
Yeah.
history. They've got a great episode about Action Park. A great episode. Cobra Kai
basically
season 3 is really good too. Hey, Callie, I really enjoyed it, and I won't do any spoilers.
No spoilers. It's
Zero-
literally in the same way when I watched what is it? What was that Leo DiCaprio movie? The Revenant? No, what? Where he's
Titanic.
Yeah.
where he's cold. I mean, he's cold in that
what's
one.
eating
Man in the
Gilbert
Iron
Grape?
Mask.
When the bear attacks him, like my boyfriend's like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "I was cold
Gatsby.
the whole movie." And so
Definitely
I feel the
Gatsby.
same way
Definitely
about
Gatsby.
like through osmosis through some of these films. I'm like, I
Zero
can't watch that.
Serenity. Zero Serenity said in the chat, you can tell a lot about someone from their favorite Tim Curry role, and I want to know what your guys' favorite Tim Curry role is for sure.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't know.
It's hard to
have
pick.
no idea
It
who
should
that
be hard
is.
to pick.
I have
Tim
a
Curry.
question.
Tim
I don't
Curry's-
really like
Who's
Rocky
Tim Curry?
Horror, and I don't.
That's it. Get out of here.
I never got on the train. It was never part of my, I don't know, pop culture awareness. Okay, let me
Guess
tell a
I'll
weird
Google
story.
it.
You're a theater kid who doesn't like Rocky Horror. I
Well,
don't know how to.
I watched
how to
every
proceed.
musical from A to Z at Blockbuster when I was a kid, and when I got to Rocky Horror, I was a little too young for the sexual content,
well,
and it made
yeah,
me
you-
very uncomfortable. And I was like, "This is bad," and I'm a kid. I shouldn't be watching this. And I never got involved in any of the college like karaoke stuff because I was doing actual theater. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I've just never. I love the songs though. Like I love one of my favorite songs is "There's a Light." Like I love that.
So
I love-
okay, I'm a big Rocky Horror nerd. Like I went in high school to watch the movie with the live actors doing it in front. We throw toilet paper and stuff. All that. I got so into it. I bought the Rocky Horror punk rock show, which is all punk covers of the Rocky Horror music. And Alkaline Trio does the cover of "There's a Light," and it's
Okay.
one of my top 10 Alkaline Trio songs. And I have an Alkaline Trio tattoo, so I really like Alkaline Trio. So like that's my jam. Is "There's a Light," the Alkaline Trio version.
Also, full transparency though, as someone who used to do musical theater as like a profession, I was too vanilla to ever be in that show. Like even to play
Yeah,
Janet, like
I'm sure.
I'm such an ingenue. I was called back for who's the crazy one? You know, the one that I would be
Magenta?
called back for.
Okay.
The redhead, you know.
Columbia.
But I'm
No,
too vanilla. I'm just like, I'm playing all the princesses and the kids. Like, no one wants to see a sexy kid. That's weird. I have something to share that's really important. I made something really important.
Hey, Callie, you're right with Muppet Treasure Island. That's absolutely his best. Oh my gosh! That's very on brand, in fact.
I just watched this movie and it's really good. It holds up, truly. Really enjoyed it.
Was that
amazing.
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
It's a great film.
Hilarity ensues.
That's when Arnold Schwarzenegger was getting every single role possible. It was this and Kindergarten Cop and Mr. Mom.
Jingle All the Way? Just watch that
Jingle
over,
All the
over
Way.
Christmas.
Did you
Oh my
guys see the
God.
video of him with his Conan sword that he just posted? Have you seen this? He posted
Yeah,
it a couple days ago. So good.
He's great. He's honestly one of the better people like in the world, I think. Also, he's very famous among our Melbourne friends because we used to dance around to a techno remix of his workout inspiration.
He's really
I'm
active
gonna
on
find
Reddit
it.
too. Like
He'll just show up and like do stuff.
You can
on
tag
Reddit.
him and he'll respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a great dude. I want to say Tim Ferriss did a podcast. Like Tim Ferriss does these long form 2-hour, 3-hour interview podcasts, and it wasn't until I listened to that interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger did I actually understand how actually smart and successful the guy is. Because if you don't know, like you'd think, oh, he's just this meathead bodybuilder, doesn't really speak English that well, but he is insanely smart. Like before he even became famous for bodybuilding, became a millionaire.
I didn't know that.
Doing construction. He started doing like bricklaying with a friend, created $1 million business, and then got into bodybuilding for fun, and then got into movies for fun, and then got into politics. Like he's incredibly successful, incredibly smart, and
from
just
what I
a great
recall, he
human
was
being.
also he was a good, decent governor for California too. Like when you look at the history of governors in California, you're like, Arnold did a good job.
Yeah.
I know he can't because he's not a naturally born U.S. citizen, but
Right.
he would make a great president.
I think he would. He's very
He's one of those
intelligent.
guys.
Chris
It's like,
Pratt's father-in-law now.
Oh snap! Is that true?
Yeah, he's about to marry Marie Shriver's daughter, right? And because he mistook him for Chris Pine recently. Like, it was really funny. He
What?
called him the wrong last name on a podcast
They
or
all
something.
look
I
the
read about
same.
this.
Every
All these
Chris,
white
every
men.
Chris looks the same.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I read
Chris
something
Pine,
about it. But
Chris Evans, Chris Pratt.
he's going to be part of the
recently-
family.
What did I recently rewatch with him? Oh, we can remember it for you wholesale. Total Recall. I'm weird. I remember.
What?
I am an artist, okay?
I create art.
Ooh,
Total
put
Recall
that on a
so
shirt.
good.
Let's put this on a shirt.
This
Put
should be on a shirt.
This,
It's-
PJ, this
Could we
is how
put
we
this
make merch. Wait, PJ, while I make this next shirt design, explain to everybody what happened on Twitter before
So
all this
on
happened.
Twitter, Chloe today posted a picture of her shirt, which is "Girls Just Want to Have Fun: Demental Human Rights," and great shirt. And she posted it, and then people in the comments were saying, "Oh, I love that shirt," and there's a whole section of bots on Twitter and fake accounts whose job it is to find when people say, "I want that on a shirt," grab somehow the image from that what's been posted, and then make a shirt for it on like Teespring, and then
Genius.
post that.
And you make money because then people buy
And you
your
make
shirt.
money. The problem, and where this gets negative, is when people post their art and someone in the comments goes, "Oh my god, that'd be an amazing shirt." And this fake account with like a normal looking picture goes, "Oh, I found it here." And they go there and they purchase it from them.
So
Look,
I'm thinking of doing
Andy
a
Piper's
talk
learning a
around
whole
it.
lot of stuff. Chloe's
wanna
on
do a-
Twitter.
My mom used to, like, she was a graphic designer that, like, sold, this is back in the 80s, so this is pre-internet, and I was thinking of doing a talk around this because, like, it comes down to, like, bot ethics. It comes down to, like, what you should even just, like, on your social media platform, different tools and things that you should put in place to make sure that certain specific minority groups or artists don't get harassment, things like that. So I'm thinking this is a talk. Jack, someone that Brandon and I work with, was like, "So you're gonna make this a talk, right?" And I was like, "Actually, this is a great idea."
Yeah.
There was also a bot idea that we got tagged in, PJ. What was that? Someone tagged us in a bot idea yesterday that was really good.
Oh my gosh,
all
what
caps.
was that?
Responding in all caps when someone just replies "why" to your tweet.
Or what? So yeah,
Yeah.
when someone
Repeat
replies
yourself.
"what," so you can do it yourself, but it's not as fun. So like, if someone replies to your tweet with "what," this
like,
bot
huh?
would grab that, take the original tweet, and just put it in all caps afterward,
With like a yelling emoji.
and that's the bot.
If you can
Look,
believe this, Brandon, this happens to me
Brandon,
more than
take
you
it or
think.
leave it. Are you gonna buy this idea from us or not, man? We gotta know. This is Shark Tank.
Shark?
Sharks? No.
All right, that's fine. You're missing out, though. You're missing out.
That shirt idea, as scummy as that is, like, I get it. Like that, because it takes nothing to go to one of these websites, upload an image, and then they put it on the shirt. So, like, they
But
do
the
all the
thing
work
is,
for you.
it'll
and you're
keep
just-
spamming you. Because what happened to me today is I had to hide about 9 or 10 of them on my
It was a
freaking
lot.
tweet. And it was like not even a good font. It was a shitty font.
It was funny. It was funny. It was
Don't even
amazing.
Go here.
You don't even go here.
I'm finding a good picture for the three of us because we've been streaming for a while. We should probably wrap up soon and eat food and live our lives and whatnot.
That's what you guys got to do. I just got to go to
This
bed.
is just all part of the intro.
Oh yeah. Oh, we never took a picture, Chloe.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Well, no, we're gonna use this final one, the face
Okay.
hole. This is gonna be the picture. I just gotta find
I'm
a
still
good
gonna
one.
take a screenshot of us.
That's 3. Wait, tell me when though.
I did. It's too late. No, hold on.
Boom.
Ein, zwei, drei.
Prost.
Oh, Chloe, I got it.
Ooh, there's a
Nailed it.
Mean Girls one. There's so many good ones. Okay, let me find.
Bring a sugar and tea.
Rum. I was in a sea shanty mood today, man. I was all over the sea shanties.
Oh, they're so good.
And then Rocky Road to Dublin came on, and then I was just listening to Dropkick Murphys, and it was a good day today.
all good things. I
All
don't
jams.
see any problems with that. I went down the sea shanty rabbit hole for 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
and it was great.
It's really
It's
good.
amazing. I don't understand why we
What's
just
so
don't
great
break out
about
into
it?
song.
I don't understand.
It's
beautiful.
it's a feel. It's a vibe. I think a lot of it is a bunch of guys like my and Brandon's age going like, I yearn for the sea, and like there's something in our DNA getting activated by a bunch of dudes going like, yo ho and a bottle of rum, I'm gonna be sick to my
Okay,
stomach.
I can't give you guys too much crap for it because my boyfriend was like, "Are you in a cult?" When I kept singing Remy the Ratatouille, I praise you. He's like, "You've never been a religious person, and you're singing about this crap."
Praise be Ratatouille. Now, like the cool thing about these sea shanties are that so one person leads it, and everybody else joins in the chorus, and the verses are very short. So it's almost basically. Well, I'm not gonna speak for all sea shanties, but the ones I binged, basically the verse is the same length as the chorus, so you're almost trading off, and so one guy leads it, and then everybody joins in for the chorus, and the chorus is basically, speaking of improv, just improvisational. So if you want to choose a harmony, you can choose a harmony. If you want to go louder, softer, and it just works. It's kind of like jazz where you're just kind of making it up as you go. Like you're all on the same page. You all know the words, but it's just this beautiful medley that isn't organized, like nobody plans it out. Like, okay, you got
There's no
you got this
sheet music.
line, and it just becomes this beautiful melody. And then what's really cool is whoever's leading it controls it. So
Yeah.
like they're almost like the conductor they are the conductor at the same time. So like whatever energy they give you, you give them back, and it's almost like on drums we would call it trading fours, where like if you're ever in a drum battle and going back and forth. And it's really cool. And so even if you don't know this song, you're gonna hear the chorus at least 10 times because it's just so like rapid fire, like verse chorus that like you'll pick it up and you'll be joining in and singing out of the top of your lungs by the end of it.
I think that's the best thing
I don't understand why we don't do this.
Yeah, just way more often. There was the guy who like was recording his friend driving in the car. Was like, who gave this man the aux cord?
Yeah.
And he was listening to sea shanties. Like 3 TikToks later, he was like into it
All right,
and
this is
singing
fire.
along with him because it's amazing. It feels cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so it makes you
like
feel like you're on a whaling ship in the 18th century.
And you don't have to be good at singing either. Like there's so many different harmonies going on that like you can just kind of pick something and make it up and
Just sing and have fun.
it'll work.
But the people who are doing it on TikTok and are like doing duets and stuff,
Yes.
they're really good. Those are really cool.
Yeah. I like the
Y'all
bassist.
should
They're
do
like,
it more.
I don't think the microphone can pick this up, but let's do it anyways.
I do want to show off because I'm proud of it. I got one of my favorite stickers of all time.
That sea shanty life.
Sea shanty life. I'm pretty like at first I was sad that Chloe was Richard Gere. But then I was like, no, that makes sense. Also, I am a little dismayed that you made him Roxy and not me.
You know what? It all had to do with the way that Brandon's face was like.
Okay, good, because
you
I want to
were
make it clear that
originally-
I'd be Roxy Hart.
No, you were originally Roxy, cast as Roxy, but the costume, I had to switch it up. Wait, hold on. I need a landscape one, then I can let everybody go. Let me go back to the drawing board.
Thank
Because
you.
I can't upload this.
Don't forget to stop sharing so it's a surprise.
Okay.
This is good rock and roll music.
Roll music. What's everybody
Oh my
excited
God.
about this weekend? Anyone going anywhere fun? like
Whoa.
downstairs or something?
I'm going to London.
Lockdown.
So you guys are in California where like there is an actual lockdown, and I'm in Florida where the virus doesn't exist.
That's right.
It's fake.
Yeah, our lockdown just got extended because, I mean, we'll say, like you should manage this as you need to. So as cases pop up, you handle it more aggressively. And so, yeah, I think Greater California, but I'll just speak for the Bay Area. We just go off of ICU capacity. So if the ICU capacity drops below 15%, then we lock down. And we stay locked down until ICU capacity goes above 15% for at least 3 days.
Okay.
And so
what they'll do... I hear you.
So what they'll do is they'll lock us down and they'll say like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I forget exactly what the time is. And so they're like, all right, everybody 2-week lockdown. And then, early this week, I got a text because I signed up for the Napa County Emergency Text Messaging Services that said it got extended for another 2 or 3 weeks. But that's
are restaurants open and you can still get takeout though? Like what does a lockdown entail for California?
I mean,
so
me,
outdoor dining is
do
closed.
What I've been doing for the last 10 months.
The biggest change that I've seen is before the lockdown, outdoor restaurants could serve you, like servers could serve you at a table. Now, a lot of restaurant workers are out of work because only pickup and delivery is available.
Right.
However, if there are tables outside, you can take your food and eat it at the table. So that's been an interesting, like, self-serve loophole that exists. But
like you take it to go.
The most part,
So,
so
I mean,
zoos are closed. So, like,
and I want to say there's something to with like capacity for like grocery stores and stuff. But
I bet that's What about like
I haven't seen the queues outside of groceries.
What about outside stuff like parks and stuff?
Parks are open.
Okay.
Things like, I'm trying to think what I've been bummed that is closed.
I feel like there was a time where like a bunch of national parks closed, and I was like, I feel like that's a weird decision to make. You know what I mean? Like Nick Kelly said, depending on capacity, that makes sense. But like just closing all the national parks, like having it outside, that's a safer alternative, and it allows people to get out of the house and not go insane.
Well, we know that now, right? Like that happened early on where we didn't know how this got transmitted. Like, remember back in January and February, it was don't touch your face.
Yeah,
like, that's because I mean that's how the flu spreads, right? Like,
I can't touch my face, I'll get the flu. But
with the flu, like you'll touch a surface, you'll rub your eyes, and then you got the flu.
You got the flu, yeah.
What we know now with COVID is that COVID's it's more person to person. Like it'll float in the air, but it's that, what's that called? The spray? Aerosol.
The aerosol.
Aerosol. So
it's like Axe body spray.
So now that we know that, then in hindsight, it looks really silly that we closed outdoor parks back in the day, but
it hasn't
we didn't know
since.
That was back when it was just the flu.
Yeah, it was like a very bad flu, but we were like, we think it transmits. I remember wiping down groceries in March and April.
Yeah, I
think feeling like I was insane, being like, well, we got to wipe down this frozen broccoli, and then we'll put it in here. And when we got packages, we would put them in the garage for 2 or 3 days, and then we'd get them out. And,
you guys, this is so funny. I didn't realize how many pictures of both of you I just had on my desktop because I do so many shows with you. So I actually didn't have to even go find a bunch because they're already on the desktop.
That was good.
Nice.
Bam, bam,
I'm almost ready. To reveal my art. Give me a sec. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing this weekend. I think this weekend will be maybe we'll swing by some wineries, grab some wine. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you can't drink it there, but we've been
local,
doing.
Though.
Yeah, of course. I think what day is it? It's the 14th. Our wine club membership. So for everybody that doesn't know me, I just moved out to Napa a couple months ago.
I'm fancy.
Living the dream. But yeah, there's a winery that's literally 2 blocks away here in downtown Napa. And so because we can walk to it, we immediately became members. And they are also a brewery. So you get, 2 bottles of beer and 2 bottles of wine a month, but they're like big bottles of beer, like
the big ones,
like a 30-ounce, and it's always just so good. And I mean, I ended up drinking the beer like
in a day.
like, what's your 8 beers a month package?
What's
your,
like
I can't leave the house or do anything.
That's right. What's my wasted Saturdays? What's the paint the house and then fall asleep at noon? I got this today for the first time. This tropical hard cider. I just picked it up at ABC, but I really like it. It's very delicious. Handcrafted in New York. How do the kids do it with makeup and stuff?
Hey, Callie, I've never been to the winery in Washington. Where's that?
Ooh.
Is that there's a shoot. I'm not gonna remember it. But there's a town in Washington that I think starts with a B that I was thinking, but my
She
backyard.
said the Redmond area.
Oh. No way. I mean, we should totally do that next time we have to go up there for work.
Yeah, in like
I think
2035.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll be 51.
Napa County is so slow with the vaccine.
No, I'm sorry, dude.
They just started I think they just moved past healthcare employees, so now they're going down like the age brackets. So same emergency text message line.
I mean,
but
at least
it was
you're
for
not Florida.
75 and up.
Where Florida was like, maybe we can just give everyone 1 dose, and that'll be enough.
I mean, maybe, kind of, but yeah. What bums me out is like, I agree that there's definitely a priority that everybody should follow because some folks need it more. Like, I work from home, and I'm a healthy male in my early 30s. I am like the least risk category.
You're end of the line.
Yeah. But at the same time, what's sad is as soon as you open up a vial, if you don't use it all, then you have to chuck it at the end of the day. And so you almost need a standby line.
Yes.
And I understand that like somebody in the standby line might get it ahead of, say, a essential employee, but if it's going to go to waste anyways, like I'm happy to start lining up at 5 a.m. to maybe get a shot at the vaccine. Look at me.
Yeah.
Get a shot at the vaccine at like 6 p.m. when the clinic's closing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hang out there all day. Because, yeah, it's just sad to hear about these vaccines going to waste, and I'm just like, I want it so badly. Like, I'll do it.
I'll take it.
I'll do anything.
I'll drink it. Let me drink it. Yeah, hey, Callie, that was a hospital employee that purposely thawed a bunch of vials and just let them go to waste.
Ooh.
That person, they're getting charged. I remember reading that they're getting charged.
Oh, is that official now?
That's what I heard.
Okay, are you guys ready? First of all, if I like disappear mysteriously tomorrow and someone finds my computer, they're gonna think I'm a serial killer and that I'm obsessed with both of you because I just have all these screenshots of your face on my phone. I think this should be the thumbnail for the video.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely went to Brandon's wife's Instagram to find a majority of the pictures of Brandon. And I wanted a different PJ and Brandon for each one.
That's quality.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
It's honestly amazing.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really love that it looks like I'm actually there. Like, especially with the hair, with the bang, like the sensible orange bang.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I really, really like this PJ up here in top right orange.
Oh, yeah. Orange
He's
PJ's
too
fresh.
Cool. He's the coolest guy.
That is 100% from either my Instagram or my Facebook. That's my 35th birthday. Or no, my 34th birthday at a Kobe steakhouse. I wore my glasses inside. And I drank a Scorpion Bowl for 2 by myself. And I was being loud and boisterous. Like when they made the onion volcano, I was like, "Wah!" and just going bananas. And I had my glasses on the whole time. And another family at the table, one of the people started calling me Hollywood. They were like, "All right, Hollywood, you get it."
Nice.
A scorpion bowl is like it's like a big porcelain bowl that's basically got like a Mai Tai in it. So a bunch of fruit juice and rum. And Kobe Steakhouse
Alcohol.
is our teppanyaki like hibachi grill place. Oh yeah, and it's meant, they're like, this is for 2 people, and so me and my wife are like, this is for us, and then she goes, go ahead. This, by the way, eating at a hibachi grill and drinking a scorpion bowl by myself is my birthday tradition. I do it every year.
Nice.
I love
Man.
it.
All that booze and the yum yum sauce.
Just
mayo.
the white sauce all over everything. I'm like, I'd like extra noodles,
sounds like-
please. Throw the shrimp up, and I'll catch it in my mouth.
Ow.
I'm a clap and get ridiculous. Because like, I always feel so
Like,
bad
oh,
when you're
fire
sitting at the
volcano.
table, and they're like doing all this stuff, and people are like, oh yeah. I'm like, woo!
Yeah, you
Get
gotta
it!
ham it up.
Yeah, you gotta like buy
the point.
into the experience, y'all.
Why would you be there if you didn't want the show?
Come on.
Like,
Also-
they're gonna flip a shrimp in their hat. They're probably gonna
They're
catch
gonna do
something in
it.
their pocket.
Yes.
They're gonna do the little onion volcano.
They're gonna make the jokes that are the same jokes for the past 30 years.
Yeah,
You
We
know,
love to
like
see
they
it.
take the little spatula, they roll the egg down it, they say Japanese egg roll. It's gonna happen.
go ah.
They go, "Ah!" In Orlando, they make the rice into a Mickey Mouse shape. That's what they do, man.
Wow.
Oh, there's no pun. Oh, there's got to be a
I don't
pun
know.
there.
They what are they? I forget what they do. There's a ton of puns. I know one of the guys has a fake squirt bottle that shoots out yarn, and he'll pretend to shoot sauce at people. That's good. He did that to my homecoming date one year.
I'm finding one last one for you.
Just me?
Yeah.
Or aw.
I'm finding the
Good.
perfect one.
I like how it was like, maybe I can create something, and then Chloe came up with this, and it's been me and Brandon talking about a bunch of whatever while Chloe does art. And
I love
if you
it.
watch Chloe's face while she's making art, she's reacting real time to her own ideas, and it's amazing.
It's very similar to when I write things that Shania bought and have conversations with myself. And I'm like, you are so funny, girl. And I'm like, thanks, girl. And PJ's like, you just had a full conversation with
Oh.
yourself.
Hey, Kelly, I was thinking of Brewster, Washington.
Ah,
Throwback to
Brewster.
conversation 10 minutes ago. The only reason I know of Brewster is when I lived in Florida, I worked at a company that did a lot of satellite network communications, and we had a terrestrial ground station in Brewster that was also on this farm, and they just grew the best organic blueberries you've ever had. So when they would have too much, the employees that worked at the teleport would just like mail them over. So we'd get shipments of like fresh picked blueberries, strawberries, cherries, and it was amazing. So yeah, when you mentioned that there was like wineries up there, I was like, oh, well, I know of a farm in Brewster.
I know where you can get the blueberries for it.
Are you guys ready?
Blueberry wine.
There it is.
Don't dream it.
Hollywood.
Be it. You're it.
I
Wait,
am it.
Hold
That's
on, I'm
me.
not done. I forgot. I
Chill
need to
AF.
put this on it. No. The
Rocky Horror PJ Show.
That's right.
Must go after.
There's a light over at the Frankenstein place. I used to know all the callbacks too. Like when he rips off the like table cover, you're supposed to say, "Oh, Meatloaf again," because the guy playing the guy who got murdered is Meatloaf.
You know something I think about a lot? Like President Trump's in his final days of office. This man was on a television show and he made Meatloaf cry. Like I watched The Apprentice back before we knew Trump was problematic. And if we should have known, this man made Gary Busey upset, made Meatloaf,
made
cry,
Meatloaf cry?
Lil Wayne. Oh my God. I used
Celebrity
to watch this
Apprentice.
show, Celebrity Apprentice. So like the signs were there. That's what I'll say. And with that,
I think that's a good way to end. Now I'm going to look up Meatloaf.
Do I
Break 'Em
have
Down.
any requests before we end the show for scenarios? Should we search something?
Oh man,
Chicken Run? Let's see.
Chicken Run. That's
What
amazing. How about
yeah.
like a horror movie? How about like Friday the 13th?
Or
Or no,
wait,
how about like
was that a Shen Yun ad? No. Okay.
hold on, but like search Shen Yun right now and see if it comes up because absolutely.
Wait, there was one that I found that was really bizarre. Hold on. It was a Grease magazine that was like, where are they now?
Put.
Oh my
There.
gosh, People
There it is.
magazine.
Yeah. Why? Why keep Sunny? That's my question. Why keep
No one
Bugsy?
likes Sunny.
Bugsy wasn't even in the original Broadway cast. I don't understand. And we know where these people are now.
I like how it's only girls, isn't it?
Oh, I guess you're right.
But like someone did this and
Mystery
was like,
solved.
all right, all these girls want to be on the cover of People magazine in 1998.
A cool
Where
rider.
is Kaneki now?
He died, dude. He
But no,
overdosed.
like say that, but don't make it sad, Chloe. Dang.
No, he was on
Jeez.
celebrity rehab, and
Was
he
he?
had really bad drug problems. He was one of the
No.
first people I ever saw on television who, like, I really saw like the effect of. I think it was opioids, or maybe it was heroin. Actually,
Same
not sure.
class, isn't it?
But I saw someone tweet the other day. I don't remember who it was, so sorry if I'm not giving credit here. I'm sure you guys saw this. There used to be a VH1 Behind the Music about Grease, and
Yes.
in it, Stockard Channing would be like, "Oh, the guy who played Kaneki, like, insisted on giving me hickeys on my neck to authentically be from him," and I'm like, "That's freaking sexual harassment." Like,
Yeah.
what is that about?
We gotta go for the realism. It's what the kids want.
There actually
Awful.
is a very wonderful video by Chris Fleming, one of my favorite comedians out there.
He's
Here,
good.
I will link to it, where he does a breakdown of. Now I'm on creepily on
You
Brandon's
just saw other people's
Instagram.
Instagram.
Well, I had to find pictures. Brandon only has pictures of like food and coffee on his Instagram.
Come on, Brandon.
So, highly recommend this video by Chris Fleming, where he breaks down moment by moment Danny Zuko's break with reality during You're the One That I Want. And I always thought this too growing up, just like the bizarre behavior of John Travolta, just being like, "Whoa!" Like being so overpowered by like his very Puritan girlfriend suddenly, like, and he does a whole shot by shot breakdown of like, these are not sounds that a human man should be making. Like, highly
I am
recommend
gonna
checking out
watch
this
that
video.
immediately.
I'll put it in the chat. Chris Fleming, one of my
Grease is-
favorite.
There's not a single like artifact from that era that you don't go like this at least once. Like
Yeah.
you're always like, oh, can't believe that happened. Okay, moving on.
A cursed
Like,
joke.
none of that was fine
I was
back then.
cast in it twice as Frenchie, and both productions got canceled. So I think like the universe doesn't want me to be Grease.
They just don't want you to sing Beauty School Dropout.
One time I was at a friend's house in middle school, and we were hanging out with our friend and with my childhood friend's friend Anthony, and he said, "What should I make my
Anthony.
background of my computer?" And we said Grease. And then because we were about to do Grease the musical and this like youth musical theater production, and we're like, "What are you doing?" And he made his background the Greek flag. We were like, "No."
Nice.
Amazing.
Okay, how do we
Let's
end
wrap
this?
it up.
How do we end this?
We just do it.
Let's share. Okay, hold
We
on.
sing a sea shanty.
Oh no. Okay, will.
We're doing it.
Baby Yoda will participate, but I am a soprano and
Nah.
refuse to be a part of this narrative.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
I
on.
can't
Where's
work with this
where's
medium
Baby Yoda?
anyways. We gotta get on TikTok.
hold
Yeah,
on? Let me.
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I have to burp to like.
Go home, problem.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Okay.
Nailed it, Chloe.
PJ,
Nailed
you
it.
do it. And
I can't
BB
do it.
Yoda,
Oh, Baby Yoda. What's his real name? Grogu?
Grogu.
Grogu. Grogu, you're the best. I don't want to do a sea shanty. Let's just say
Okay.
goodbye. Let's just be.
Goodbye.
Let's just say we love it. Thank
We
you.
love it.
Good.
Goodbye.